Gets his own rebound. The follow is good.
Oakley with reckless abandon, that time underneath their right side.
Mason trying to do it off the dribble. And he threw the fire. It counts! The basket counts and the foul!
Fittingly, it was Starks who would close out Game 2 and emphatically stake New York to a 2-0 series lead.
Starks goes baseline. And oh, he jammed it! Oh, my goodness! Oh, what a play by Starks! Starks with the spark. That play should just about finish off the Bulls.
Oh, we're concerned. There's no doubt about that. But, you know, they're playing their style of game on their home floor. They're not going to play that style of ball game on our floor.
The Bulls have come back from one down, but have never had to come back in their 2-year dominance, trailing 2-0 in a series.
After those first 2 games, they really started getting real cocky and thought they were going to sweep us, and this was the time to do it, and we had another thing in store for them.
I think we left New York saying, let's use Chicago as the springboard, and let's make them pay a price in Chicago. And the price was, don't let them out with a win. No matter what happens, we have to take them both times.
Racing out to an early lead, the Bulls made sure that this critical game would be played on their terms.
Pippen went to the left hand. Yes, and the Bulls have come out on fire.
Using their quickness to frustrate the Knicks, the Bulls never let them into the contest.
The Knicks way out of sync. I think the Bulls have got them in their pocket real early. Pippen now drives to the basket. Changes, put it up and in with a bank shot, running in for the left side with the right hand.
I think Game 3 was probably the key game of that series. We never felt we were out of control after that Game 3, even though we were down 2-1. We felt we were in control.
With their series lead cut in half, the Knicks looked to reassert their dominance in Game 4.
Mason behind the back, and Ewing finished it off.
But they would be too late. The Bulls had been ignited, and even more ominously, Michael Jordan was about to be unleashed.
Michael Jordan off to a good start, showing signs.
Held down by the Knicks through the first 3 games of the series, Jordan would be shackled no longer.
Michael firing over and score! Michael back to the deck, knocked it down for 3.
Bulls leading by 2. Jordan tongue dangling, hang, pump, score! He just looks like he might be unstoppable. Takes the return pass, fires another 3. Why not? He's unconscious today.
Michael with a dribble against Rivers. Michael down the lane, a fake, hangs, fires, scores!
He has 50.
When Jordan's onslaught was complete, he had scorched the Knicks for 54 points and even the series at 2. But any celebration in Chicago was tempered by the fact that Game 5 would be played in New York, where the Knicks showed supreme confidence in their ability to defend their home court.
You know, going into that game, they won like 27, 28 games in a row at home, and the way they acted was, you know, we couldn't beat them on their floor.
But the Bulls countered with confidence of their own.
Well, the feeling was that we can win, and there was no doubt. Wasn't much said. We never came out and said, well, we're going to beat them. I think it was just a feeling that we had we could beat them in Game 5.
Feeding off their success in Chicago, the Bulls burst quickly out of the gate.
The Bulls on the run. A facial soaked up at John Starks.
But doggedly, the Knicks kept pace.
Here's Starks to the hoop.
Rivers handles it, long lead pass down to Oakley, and it's thunder slam. I'll tell you, this is like a heavyweight championship fight.
With control of the series at stake, both teams played with furious intensity, and neither was giving ground.
What's the law? What's the law?
The alley-oop to perfection. Shot clock at 7. Ewing again from deep. Yes! And it goes.
They just keep going back and forth.
Jordan with the hesitation.
Yes! Now to Ewing, who fires a 3 and hits it. He had one all year.
With time dwindling, Chicago would look to take the lead with one bold stroke.
Knicks with a 1-point lead. Jordan gets the pick from Grant. Armstrong. Yes! A three-pointer for B.J. Armstrong.
Clinging to a one-point advantage, the Bulls saw their task clearly, stopped the Knicks, and the game was theirs.
So it has come down to this.
All series long, the Knicks' defense had occupied the spotlight. Now, the Bulls would test their own defense with the game on the line.
Ewing out to set a pick. Here's Starks, changed his mind. Plenty of time on the shot clock, down to 10. Ewing for Smith. Smith. Strip. Smith. Stopped again by Pippen. What a play by Scottie Pippen. Final seconds. Jordan for Armstrong. And the Bulls have defeated the Knicks. The Chicago Bulls with a couple of spectacular plays. Scottie Pippen stopping Charles Smith.
And now the Bulls can win it all. They can close out the Knicks in Game 6 at the Chicago Stadium.
You felt the air go out of Madison Square Garden as we ran off the floor. And I'm sure there were quite a few people in that building thinking this is the last time we're going to see this New York Knicks team this year.
As they triumphantly returned home, a loose Bulls team looked to finish the series, while the once confident Knicks had lost their swagger.
Runs in between Rivers and Starks. Baseline, great feed. Reverse left by Grant. Calls in and he's fouled.
Man, oh man, oh man. The Bulls on a roll.
The Knicks lost their confidence, we felt. And it was us to go ahead and put that nail in the coffin here in Chicago.
Shot clock at 4. Here's Pippen for 3. Yes! Again, Scottie Pippen has hit the big shot.
I think the most special part about it was really us being chosen as the underdogs, and we was able to overcome that.
And Grant on the drive, is fouled, it counts.
It's all over in New York.
Last 15 years, 106 teams have been down 0-2. 3 have come back to win the series, make it 4. The Chicago Bulls, as Scott Williams concludes matters, and it is Chicago going on to the NBA Final.
Our arch rivals, a team that was supposed to beat us, and we hadn't been predicted to get back to the finals. Those are the things, those special feelings that you had. You know, it's kind of like a championship, but not quite.
The Bulls had made it back to the finals, and the last obstacle to their bid to three-peat awaited them here in Phoenix.
We can do it. Come on, Suns fans, let's get crazy.
Beat the cows, beat the cows.
The Suns held the NBA's best record. They possessed its most valuable player.
Charles's teammates are bowing down to him in series.
And all season long, they had been hailed as a team of destiny.
Comes to Miley, a long 3. He got him! He got him! The Suns win!
Now they happily bask in the excitement of opening a championship series at home for the very first time.
This is the loosest team I've ever been around, ever seen in a final series in any sport.
But while the Suns took center stage, the Bulls glided into the series like a shark, silent and ready to attack.
Welcome to the NBA Finals. In the case of the Chicago Bulls, it's welcome back. For the third year in a row, they seek, as you know, to become only the third team to win 3 NBA championships in succession.
Each year is a different experience. The first time you're thrilled to be there because you've never been there before and everything's new. Last year we were just on a mission, and this year you have the chance to make history. You stay focused on that and you don't get too overwhelmed by the whole situation.
And the Bulls wasted little time in putting their businesslike approach to good use.
Start right, bounce back to Michael. He stops, fires, banker good.
Get open shots against New York like this.
Playing with ruthless efficiency.
Charles backs into the lane. Rejected by Scott Williams.
They outmaneuvered the Suns on both ends of the court.
The Bulls executing beautifully.
BJ lost it on the dribble. Dumas gets it back. He picked it off by Pippen. Ahead to Jordan. Jordan on a breakaway. And there's a highlight reel as he jams it in.
The Suns looking shaky here in the early going.
Stolen by Cartwright. Goes up with a hook and scores.
Phoenix will talk it over.
Get up on top, play some defense. Let's get some steals.
Well, the Suns definitely need to make a run here.
Jordan spins away on Marley. He'll take it all the way to the basket and drops it in. Oh, what an explosive move. Tucker squares up, shoots off the back of the rim, and packs it with a great feed inside of Pippen for a two-handed jam.
A stunned Phoenix team seemed helpless to even get into the game.
And the Suns right now playing Matador defense. They're kind of sitting around watching each other, expecting something to happen when they got to make it happen. And the lead balloons to 20 now. Time out! Don't play like we're afraid. They're getting whatever they want. Get them off the block. Play some defense. Push them. We're playing like a bunch of wimps.
The Suns' finals festivities had come to an abrupt end. Now they would try to respond to their brutal wake-up call.
Barkley across the timeline. Hangs top of the key underneath the Miller for the jam.
Now everybody's running the court for the Suns.
The Suns have turned it up a nice drop step spin move by Barkley, and Barkley lays it in.
Phoenix cut into that sizable Chicago lead. And the crowd getting back into it.
Come on, keep your head. Keep your head. Hey, you do win the final. Let's go. Keep your head. Everybody get together.
Though the Suns may have plotted their comeback, the Bulls had a plan of their own. They would counter the Suns' emotion with execution.
Horace Grant backs Barkley into the paint. Nice move. Spins to his right. Shoots and scores.
Stealing the home court advantage.
Bulls not rushing their shots again, showing the patience.
BJ measures a three.
They would leave the Suns in disarray and bring their once high spirits crashing down around them.
The Chicago Bulls take game one of this best of seven.
And has stunned this city of Phoenix.
But even after this decisive battle, the Bulls knew that the war was only starting.
But one game don't make a series. I think, they are proving that, so I really feel that, we just take this game, pile it in with the rest, and go for another.
We have learned an awful lot about how you have to come out. We've learned a lot of times the hard way. Nobody has to play out of their minds. And we don't have to have anybody have the game of their lives to beat this guys.
Let's not be satisfied with the first one.
Go, boys. No let down. No let down. That's hard.
Let's not be satisfied with the first one.
Let's do this.
Play hard, play tough, play smart. We don't have to be miracle men. We just have to play our games, and if it's aggressive, it's good enough.
Barkley top of the key, guarded by Grant. Pull-up jumper, 18-footer. Good! That's the first lead for the Suns in this series.
Scotty against Dumas. Dumas stripped it and stolen. Dumas to steal. To Johnson. To Dumas running in, and he jams.
This is where the fun starts right now. This is what we're here for.
The Suns opened game 2 on the offensive, and the Bulls found themselves back on their heels.
Now let's find the rhythm. We haven't gotten a rhythm yet. Let's find a little bit of rhythm out there.
The Bulls responded with an assurance that came from hard-won experience and from possessing one of the game's most devastating offensive weapons.
Jordan comes out and gets the ball. Takes it inside with the left hand and scores. There you go. Now Michael, top of the key against Barley. Fall away jumper. Got it. Something but net. Out to Michael Jordan. Suns double team. Now to Jordan breaking to the hoop. A no-look pass for Grant. He drives and jams. Pretty play. Marley on a drive the other way. Runs on in. He missed it. The rebound, Michael, who jerks it away from everybody. Looped ahead to Paxson. To BJ running in. To Horace. He goes up and jams it.
And the Bulls have hit their last 8 shots on fire. And a timeout taken by Paul Westphal.
Michael Jordan and the Bulls had taken over the game. But the Suns had an answer.
I want the ball to go inside this time.
They would look to their own superstar, and Charles Barkley would lock arms with Michael Jordan in a determined struggle for control of the contest.
Now underneath, Michael fights up, scores with a left hand.
Matching each of Jordan's sensational plays, Barkley kept the Suns in the game by sheer force of will. But Jordan would simply be too much.
MJ hops down the lane. The left-hand layup is a beauty. Oh, what a pretty...
And despite Barkley's valiant efforts, the Suns still trailed with time running out and faced the disastrous prospect of a second home loss.